Alright, this is the second try, because one on the live stream had a very bad audio quality, so I'm just gonna redo that. First order of the day. Actually, this was a really bad day, so this is actually a good example on how to fuck it up. Well, the first trade was pretty good. This was buying Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Here you can see the opening. When not, I didn't go in full size, so I had some space. I made this trend line here later, so this was basically my stop line. So as long price stays above and below this one, I'm gonna stay in the trade. So I kept scaling in here, and yeah, right all the way up. This was actually a pretty good trade. So after that, I bought Australian dollar, US dollar, but I changed my mind very quickly. Where is it? Ah, here it is. I can also see why. Here's this trend line connecting all the tops, and I bought it here, and then, oh come on, that's not gonna work out, and then I just exited trade, a very tiny profit. After that, oh yeah, buying pound Australian dollar. This is where the trouble actually starts. There we go. You can see very quickly where this is heading. My original target was this line, the higher one. This the lower one didn't exist. I made this later, so this doesn't really count. Well, it went up a little bit and then went right back down. I kept scaling in and then went to max loss, and I got automatically hedged here at this point. Ride it all the way down. Lucky I didn't try the VWAP reversal here, but afterward this would actually have paid for it. 11 pips, and the VWAP was also 11, but that would be a really close call. So this was actually a good idea not to do that. Well, I sold the bottom kinda here, and then ride it to the trend line down here. The actual target is this blue line, which comes from the 30-minute chart, I think. Yeah, it's here, a white one, but yeah, you get the idea. It's the same one. Yeah, that was the first fuck up, which didn't went so well. Moving on, pound Japanese yen was even worse. Sorry, there is no trend line. There is my original target here as an alert, but I have no trend lines. I don't know. I think I closed the chart window or something. Anyway, this is pretty easy. This line I made afterwards. Buying here the VWAP reversal with the target of this alert. I can remove it now. Went right back down. I hedged almost at the VWAP. I closed the hedge here, and considering the price action, this was actually a very good thing to do. I was in profit down here, but I didn't close the trade. Well, greed, and you know the rest. It went back to the VWAP. I was still kinda, well, the loss was not too great, so whatever. I started to scale in, and it just spiked up here, made me a 2% loss. So I just, okay, never mind, close it all. Done with pound yen, take the loss and just move on. Yeah, I closed, and meanwhile the pound Australian trade, which you talk about already, which actually paid for all these losses. And then I made this very tiny scalp on Australian dollar, Japanese yen. As you can see, I just yeah, very low risk reward, but very high probability that this trend line is gonna reach. I just kept scaling in and closed all at the trend line. Had a little bit slippage on exit, but that was quite okay. 1.627% for this day. Well, terrible day, but at least made some money. Alright, so have a nice rest of the day and see you tomorrow.